I want to take this moment to tell you, honestly and openly, what I truly want from you and what I feel in my heart. I know that at times you have wondered about my intentions and questioned the depth and sincerity of my feelings for you. I know doubts have crossed your mind, and different thoughts may have made you unsure about my love and affection. That is why I want to clear everything away and speak to you from my soul, without hesitation or confusion. I want you to understand exactly where I stand and what I dream of when I think about us. What I want is a life with you, a real, meaningful life built on love, trust, and commitment. I want a home with you, a place filled with warmth, happiness, laughter, and peace in every corner. A home where we feel safe, understood, and cherished. I want a sweet and loving family with you, one that we nurture with all our hearts. I want us to build something beautiful together, something that feels like belonging, something that feels like forever. To me, home is not walls or rooms, it is you, and the love we share. I want to be by your side through every milestone in life. I want to hold your hand when I achieve something big, knowing that your presence gives my success meaning. I want to be the one clapping the loudest, cheering the hardest, and feeling the proudest when you reach your goals and dreams. Your victories will be my victories, and your happiness will always matter more to me than anything else. I want us to push each other forward and grow together, becoming better versions of ourselves with every passing day. I dream of waking up beside you every morning, starting our days together in the simplest yet most meaningful ways. I want to make coffee for you, share quiet moments, exchange smiles, and feel grateful that you are there. I want to love you in all the little ways, by teasing you, annoying you, making you laugh, and reminding you every day that you are deeply cared for. I want to support you when life feels heavy and celebrate with you when life feels bright. I want to stand with you in happiness and sadness, in success and failure, in sickness and in health. I want to be your biggest support system, someone you can lean on without fear or doubt. I want to be the person you trust blindly, knowing that my intentions are pure and my heart is loyal. I want to give you everything your heart has ever desired, not through perfection, but through effort, honesty, and unconditional love. I want to travel the world with you, explore new places, discover new experiences, and create memories that we will cherish for a lifetime. I want us to learn together, grow together, and evolve side by side. I see a future where we grow old together, where time only deepens our love rather than fading it. I imagine us laughing about our journey, holding hands, and someday playing with our grandkids, feeling proud of the life we built. I want to spend my entire life falling more and more in love with you, never taking you for granted, always choosing you every single day. I want to bring you happiness so consistently that you feel blessed to be mine, just as I feel blessed to have you. I want to surprise you in small, sweet ways that bring a genuine smile to your face. I want to create moments that make you feel loved, valued, and appreciated. I want us to grow old with memories that make us smile, knowing that our journey was full of love, patience, and joy. I want to dedicate my life to giving you the best life I possibly can, not because I have to, but because I want to. Please understand this, I am not playing with you, and I never would. My feelings for you are real, genuine, and deeply rooted in my heart. I sincerely love you more than words can fully express. I am madly in love with you, praying for a lifetime with you with every breath I take. I cannot wait for the day I get to call you mine, and you have no idea how long and how deeply I have been waiting for that moment. I fell in love the moment I saw you, and since then, there has been no one else in my thoughts but you. I am working on myself every day, striving to grow, improve, and become someone worthy of the love I feel for you. There are still so many things left unsaid, but I want you to know that you never have to be afraid to tell me how you feel. Your feelings matter to me, always. More than anything, I want to spend time with you, especially in the spaces where you feel most comfortable, and continue building this connection together, slowly, honestly, and with love. They want to offer you responsibility, commitment, or a sincere proposition to re-engage with you on a deeper level. This is not about making a sudden move or dramatic gesture, but about what they genuinely want to build between the two of you and what they feel truly matters within this connection. At the heart of it, they are focused on what exists in the space you share, on the emotional truth of the bond, and on what they hope can eventually take shape between you. Before anything else, however, there is a message the universe wants to deliver clearly and without doubt. The universe is fully aware of how difficult, painful, and exhausting your situation with your twin or counterpart has been. None of your struggles have gone unnoticed. Every moment of confusion, longing, and emotional strain has been seen and acknowledged. It is during the most challenging and testing periods of life that a person truly comes to understand themselves. These moments reveal strengths that were previously hidden, expose weaknesses that need healing, and clarify values, boundaries, and inner truths. Hardships test resilience and character in ways comfort never can. This is where personal growth is forged. Through these trials, you learn who you are at your core, what you are capable of enduring, and what you will no longer tolerate. At the same time, you gain a clearer understanding of others, including their fears, limitations, and patterns. The universe reminds you that whatever is meant for you will come, but it will do so in its own timing. Patience is not simply about waiting, it is about trusting the process while continuing to grow. You are being asked whether you can pause instead of react, whether you can hold space for discomfort without collapsing under it, and whether you can endure tension long enough for transformation to occur. Change requires pressure, and pressure reveals truth. The question is whether you can sit with that pressure and allow it to shape you, rather than surrendering out of exhaustion. There will be times when you cannot understand why certain events unfold the way they do or why they happen when they do. It may feel unfair, confusing, or even cruel. Yet there is always a larger design influencing the sequence of events, even when it is invisible to you. You may not grasp the meaning at the exact moment it is happening, but clarity will arrive when the timing aligns. What feels senseless now will one day make sense, and what feels like loss may later reveal itself as protection or preparation. Turning back to what your twin or divine counterpart is currently thinking and feeling, the truth is that they do want to be with you. They long to walk beside you, to share life with you, and to experience this connection fully. However, they often lack the emotional strength and inner stability required to face the challenges that naturally arise in deep, transformative relationships. When confronted with difficulty, they tend to harden, withdraw, or flee rather than confront what needs to be addressed. This is not because they do not care, but because they were conditioned to avoid problems and choose the path of least resistance. They were never taught how to face discomfort, be accountable, or stand firmly in their truth. Throughout their life, they learned that avoiding conflict was safer than resolving it, that wearing a mask was easier than being authentic, and that bending the truth was more convenient than living honestly. Because of this conditioning, they never fully learned the consequences of inauthentic living. Even when consequences appeared, they were often dismissed or minimized by those around them, reinforcing the belief that this was simply how life works. As a result, they grew disconnected from the deeper meanings of love, integrity, and genuine connection. You were the one who disrupted that pattern. You were the one who challenged them without intending to, simply by being real. Your presence activated everything they had been avoiding. You reflected their truth back to them, like a mirror they were not prepared to look into. In you, they saw what authenticity looks like, and that terrified them. You forced them to confront themselves, their choices, and the life they had been living. This is why they ran. It was not because you were too much, but because you showed them too much of themselves. They had been influenced by others, family, friends, and social conditioning, to live a life built on appearances rather than substance. They learned how to perform, how to please, how to pretend, and how to survive by fitting into expectations rather than honoring their own inner truth. Honesty, loyalty, and authenticity were never modeled as necessities, only as optional ideals. This connection, however, does not allow avoidance. It forces self-reflection. It compels them to look inward and ask uncomfortable questions. Have they become someone they despise? Is there still kindness, humanity, and sincerity left within them? Or have they lost themselves entirely? Through this bond, they are forced to confront the reality that they have been living behind a facade. When they truly look at themselves, they feel exposed, ashamed, and fragmented, as if their identity is built from layers of falsehood. They begin to recognize how deeply they were influenced by people who normalized negativity, manipulation, and emotional dishonesty. Over time, they became similar to those influences without realizing it. When you entered their life, you disrupted that illusion. And when you were mistreated and ultimately had to leave to protect yourself, it triggered a profound internal reckoning for them. Your departure was not just a loss, it was a wake-up call. Now, this is where things stand. They want to offer you loyalty, sincerity, and emotional truth. They want to show you consistency, humor, affection, and presence, even though doing so feels terrifying and unfamiliar to them. It is difficult for them because it requires vulnerability, courage, and accountability, qualities they are still learning to embody. Despite this, their desire is genuine. They want to spend every possible moment with you. They want to communicate openly and express how deeply they feel, even if they struggle to find the words. They long for simple, intimate moments rather than grand gestures, everyday evenings together, shared silence, laughter, or even brief encounters where they can sit beside you, hold your hand, look into your eyes, and speak their truth without fear, masks, or doubt. At their core, they want a chance to be real with you in a way they have never been real with anyone else. This connection demands authenticity, and while that terrifies them, it is also what draws them back to you again and again.